What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Insomniac and Daredevil, this match potentially made in heaven, but more or less, what is going on, with their constant teases of Daredevil. So, we've talked a lot about this rumored or potential DLC, or is it a spin-off game, whatever it may be for 2024. And we talked about, Tony Todd talking about it and saying he was recording, and obviously even Miles' as actor, there is going to be something, I believe, in 2024 that revolves around the two Spider-Man and also Venom. So, spoilers for the game. I don't necessarily know how that's going to work with Venom, but I think it's going to happen. I really do believe that. But we might have a wrench thrown into it because this Nelson and Murdoch thing, honestly, I didn't really pay attention to it. I've seen it. I've seen it kind of developing on social media, and what it really revolves around is the sign in the game. And I thought it was almost like a nothing burger, who really cares, or, it's not a big deal. It's just one of the Easter eggs, right? There's a lot of Easter eggs in both the first game, second game. There's even ways that the third game could go if you, take it more seriously, maybe some of the side mission stuff in the second game. I kind of thought it was that, right? Where it's they're having fun with it. They're teasing Daredevil, but in a Easter egg fashion. That's really what I thought. Okay, that was just an Easter egg. It's fun, haha. But you know what? The way they're talking, the way that the heads of Insomniac are talking and doing emojis and kind of just leaning into it, I would actually argue too much, where they're kind of giving it away. I actually at this point believe Daredevil is going to be in this DLC, if it is DLC, next year. I sent a tweet out earlier today where I was like, what do you think? Spin-off game or, standalone game? And, there's long been rumors of a Daredevil thing. In fact, the rumor maybe 2-3 years ago, I actually covered it. It was a pretty solidly big video, let's say, on the channel. There was a rumor of a Wolverine game and a Daredevil game. And Wolverine obviously came true, right? So there's only Daredevil left. And so it's actually not something you laugh at anymore. It's something that you say, okay, they're leaning into this. They're putting a lot of emphasis on the sign not being there, and then it was back, and, they paid the rent and all this different kind of stuff. I really think that they're hinting at Daredevil. Now, is it a spin-off thing or is it DLC? I think it could be both long-term. So what I would mean by that is I think you could put Daredevil as a character, maybe like a Black Cat. And I think that's a good comparison. I really do. Black Cat obviously was a pretty big part, I would say, of the DLC to Spider-Man 1. And, but you couldn't play as her, nothing like that, right? And she kind of came and went, but she was a pretty sizable role in those DLCs, okay? I think Daredevil could actually be very much the same, and I would say the potential for the future would obviously be much higher than Black Cat. I think it could be a testing ground thing where do people like it, and I don't really know how you test that because you'd still be playing as the Spider-Man. Maybe you'd be playing as Venom, right? So, how do you judge if people are buying it because of Daredevil or not? You probably just look at, internet feedback, I guess, right? Are people enjoying, just him in general as a character? And then what you could do from there is make him a standalone thing. Now, that would really be a wild card to me, because we talked about Wolverine, Spider-Man, the multiplayer game that they're doing, right? And you can think about the future. We talked about why I don't think there'll be a Miles Morales 2, and I think there's not going to be one because I thought maybe a Venom spin-off game, or you could do something with Carnage or, something. And you also look at other, I guess, Marvel characters that maybe they're just going to give all of them to Insomniac and let them play around. Daredevil is one that I guess I've thought about a little, but not too much. I think it's very possible. I honestly think, in terms of DLC, putting him in, I feel like it's rather likely. Now, that's subjective, right? Because they haven't said anything. I feel personally that they're hinting at it. I feel like he's going to be at least a small cameo, maybe a medium-sized cameo. Obviously, Black Cat, I think, is the high end, right, where he's in it substantially. He affects the plot of the DLC or spin-off game, whatever it is, right? He, affects the plot, right? That would be the high end. Low end would be a cameo. He's in the game, though, physically. He's in the game, you hear his voice. That would be the low end. And I think if you can put him in, and, in any of that range, I think that would be really, really fun. And then, again, who knows? From there, Obviously, it does get more messy because you just don't know, and you don't know their plans. Maybe it is all just kind of fun, and they kind of just want to throw in another character, but they have no interest or no plans to do a, say, Daredevil standalone, like a Wolverine or Spider-Man. They don't think they're going to do that. I think that's possible, that this could just be for fun, right? And he could be in the DLC, sure, but he wouldn't get his own game, at least not from them. Again, I want to throw out the controversial take that I really don't want Insomniac to be just a Marvel Studio game. I don't think I'm the only one saying that, but I'm definitely, maybe I'm the most vocal person that says it. I don't want it. I understand that some people do, and that's okay. I respect you as long as you respect me, but I never really thought of them making a standalone Daredevil game. I did think we'd get a Daredevil game because of that rumor, and maybe it was even going to be Sony, because again, like the Wolverine thing, the Daredevil thing would probably be a Sony exclusive. I just didn't think it'd be from Insomniac. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, all eyes on 2024 because something's coming again from Insomniac. And the question, I guess, would be, is Daredevil a big part, a little part, a cameo, kind of throwaway thing, but he's still cool? Like, what role would he play in that? But I think it's actually pretty possible. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.